What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to our Week 14 Hit the Books NFL live stream, where we're going to take a look at our top 5 games on the slate today, as well as our mortal locks of the week. We're going to start out with a divisional game down in the NFC South with a lot of division kind of champion, I guess you would say, on the line, basically, with these two teams, with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers heading to Atlanta to take on the division leader, Atlanta Falcons. Falcons coming to this game as a 2.5 point favorite, minus 130 on the money line, Bucks plus 110, over unders in an even 41. I'll get us started here, and then I'll hand things off over to Ace. I'm on the Falcons here. I like the Falcons to take a commanding lead in this NFC South division. I said it on Thursday on the podcast, but I'm on the Falcons here. I think Bijan has a really big game today. I think the Falcons, excuse me, I can't fucking talk. I think the Falcons kind of get things going on the ground, a lower scoring game, able to hang around, and I think they get the job done in the end. I'm going to go with the Falcons to win this game on the money line. I have them in a money line parlay. I'm probably not going to card this play just because I have a decent amount on it off the card, but I don't know. I don't love the spread, and the 130 is a little steep for me. But Ace, I'll hand things off over to you. Bucks at Falcons. Which way are you going on this one?
Yeah, I'm actually on the other side of this one. I think this division race is going to stay tight throughout. I do think the Saints end up getting the win against Carolina today as well, but I like the Bucks here in Atlanta. I think it's going to tighten up and stay like that throughout the year. I saw him as high as plus at 120 at some point. I have to put my card together officially after this, so I'll consider putting this one on my card. I think Rashad White finds the end zone once again. He's sitting around plus 120, 125 as well to get in the end zone that I'm seeing. So he's looked like one of the best backs in the league, an unsung hero for this Tampa Bay team. And I think Mike Evans continues his trend of a big year, big contract year as well. Saw his anytime touchdown and receptions prop after last week. I might have to put that back out there. I don't think this will be easy though, because Desmond Ridder loves winning at home for some odd reason. But I think the Bucs defense is able to stifle that young offense. And I think the Bucs can get this one out on the money line here. I'd like them to win on the road this week.
I like that take, Ace. I don't hate Tampa here, but I definitely do. I like Atlanta in this spot. I think it's going to be a close game. I think that Atlanta just likes to win games at home, and Tampa's not. They're not very good. I mean, they're sitting at 5-7. I think they're not a 5-win team at this point in the season. Stronger start to the season, definitely tailed off towards the end. But I do like a big game from Mike Evans. I think that he gets his every game and gets his every season. 10 straight 1,000-yard seasons, pretty impressive. So expect him to go off, but I think Falcons win in a bloodbath.
Yeah, I like that. Divisional battle. Falcons, obviously, like I said, they have the lead in the division right now, so that would give them the commanding lead that they need heading into what would be week 15 next week. I think they still have a couple divisional matchups later on down the road for both of these teams, so we'll have to see what happens there in Atlanta today, this afternoon at 1 o'clock. We will head to our next game where we head to Chicago for another divisional matchup where the Lions take on the Bears. Lions a 3-point favorite. Lions money line minus 168. Bears money line plus 142, and the over-unders at 43.5. I'll get us started here. I am on the Detroit Lions here. I said it this week. If this is a trap, I'm falling right into it. There's no way I'm not taking the Lions in this spot. I think a lot of people are going to be saying that. Give me Detroit. Give me Jared Goff. Maybe over 1.5 touchdowns for Goff. They love to run the ball with that duo of running backs that they have, but give me the Lions minus the points here. Love this game. Mackie, where are you going on this one?
Yeah, I'm with you here too. I mean, this screams trap, but I'm just gonna fall into it. There's been enough times this year where Vegas has gotten their ass beat. Jared Goff coming in against the Chicago Bears is only 3.5 point favorite. I'm gonna take that every single time. Bears coming off a nice win, 12-10 win, gritty win. Thursday Night Football, I believe it was, against the Vikings. They're gonna fall flat in their face in
Monday
this
night.
game, I think, or Monday night, whatever. I knew it was prime time. I think they fall right flat in their face in this game. I think the Lions kind of torch them. Last week, they were only 4-point favorites against 21-0 in the first quarter. I know it got close towards the end, but cover a bit of a sweat, but they're going to cover here again, I think.
Yeah, I'm I mean, I think America's on the Detroit Lions -3. That's got to be one of my favorite plays of the week. Could potentially be my lock of the week, but it scares me because the public's going to be all over it. I mean, this
And
looks
all
like
three of
has
us.
trap written all over it. Yeah, we have the announcer type jinx right here going on, but I'll knock on wood for you. I think we're good in this one. I was looking at David Montgomery anytime touchdown. I was looking at Amon-Ra, St. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs. Just so many mouths to feed that I don't think I'm going to take an anytime touchdown score for them. Like Huff said on the pod on Wednesday, this Bears defense can be kind of tricky sometimes with the big names they brought in throughout the offseason and the trade deadline, free agency, and whatnot. I do like the Lions -3 here. I think personally they blow them out. I see no scenario where Justin Fields is able to get the Bears rolling. I know they're at home. Give me the Lions -3 in the divisional battle. We're going with the clean sweep on the board. Hopefully all the boys cash out. Show us your Lions -3 tickets and let us know you're riding with Hit the Books.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like you said, we're all on the same page with that one. Our next game is another divisional matchup. A lot of divisional matchups this week. We had to our 4 o'clock slate where we have the Denver Broncos visiting the Los Angeles Chargers. Chargers coming in this game at 2.5-point favorite, -148 on the money line with the Denver Broncos at +126, over under at 44. I will get us started here, Ace, and then I'll hand things off over to you. I said it on Wednesday, Thursday, whenever we recorded. Denver Broncos is my play of the week. I don't love the 2.5. I did not get it at minus or plus the 3. I like what you're doing with the teaser there. I don't want to spoil your pick, but having the Broncos in a teaser, I think, is a great spot this week. I might have to throw one in with them. I like them a lot. I think they do get the win just because Herbert, obviously, Mackey. I'm starting to kind of buy into your take on him, at least while he has the Brandon Staley as head coach. I just think it's the worst coaching staff in the NFL. But I mean, that doesn't change for if he gets a different head coach. I'm fully buying right back in on him. So I just truly think the head coach kind of ruins this game. Sean Payton, they know they need to win this game to stay in the playoff hunt. Chargers are dead in the water, home field. They don't have money. Home fans going to be there at SoFi. I think it's going to look like a mile-high crowd there, and you're going to hear a lot of Denver Broncos, let's ride in the crowd. Broncos plus the points on the money line. I like them either way, but I'd prefer it in a teaser. Ace, I'll hand things off over to you. Broncos, Chargers.
Real quick, Huff. So just to make sure, you're actually not even blaming Justin Herbert still. You're still blaming Staley.
Yeah, it's still Staley, but he doesn't do enough to get it done. Like, believe me, dude, I'm going to blame Staley till they get rid of him. He's too talented. He's too talented. I got to give him
in there.
I won't even give him a full season after they get rid of Staley because I think Staley's gone after this year. I'll give him 4 games. If he looks that much better in those 4 games to start the season next year, I'm back in.
Wow, I'm surprised. I mean, not surprised at all, actually, because Huff loves the Broncos and Russell Wilson. Mackey's been on the Broncos for a while and hates the Chargers. But I'm going to tell you right here, the Los Angeles Chargers are winning this game. They're evening up their record with the Denver Broncos. Lazy Phenom, I see you in the chat taking the Broncos. I see you guys talking about the fixed NFL. It is fixed, but we're helping you get on the right side of the fix. But yeah, I got the Chargers with the points here. I think they put up too many this week. They're 1 game back of the Denver Broncos, 2 games out of the playoffs, but a lot of these teams matching up against each other this week. So this is a big swing week. I think Keenan Allen continues his monster tour. He's having a Mike Evans type season out there in Los Angeles. I know they have no Mike Williams, no Josh Palmer. That really hurts them, so he gets fed the rock a lot. Quentin Johnson kind of looking like a football player a little bit the last few weeks after being a dud to start the season. I think Austin Eckler, with all the flack he's been getting in the media, too talented of a running back to continue the downfall that he's had so far this year. I think he finds the end zone this week. I think he gets back to his ways. I think the Chargers win this game, setting up a pivotal matchup in 2 weeks when they go up to Denver. That'll be a different story, but I think they get back in the playoff race, even up with the Denver Broncos, and they're going to finish ahead of them in the AFC West. I know you guys don't like to hear it, but I got the Chargers making a push for the playoffs. Too talented not to. Justin Herbert, Mackey, great quarterback. Top 10, top 12 quarterback in the NFL, in my opinion. Skill-wise, at least. Brandon Staley definitely holds you back. We've seen that over the past 3 years. You heard Huff and I ranting about it, but I got the Chargers. Mackey, tell me why I'm wrong.
It's so funny because now you say Herbert top 10 to 12 quarterback. When he signed his contract, he was like top 3, top 4 to you guys. Now he's sitting at top 10, top 12. It's just
never top 3, top 4. Never top 3.
He was definitely 4. In the conversation for top 4. Don't even.
Like 7. He was like 7.
I had him at 5. I will right hand up. I had him at 5, and I still think he has that capability.
I'll have to get the clips, but
I had him at 5. I just said it.
I do think the Broncos cover. I think they win this game outright. I'm going to be safe here, and Huff kind of exposed me earlier. I am putting them in a teaser, teasing them up to plus 8.5. Chargers, if they do find a way to win this game, to pull it out, Justin Herbert finally finds a way to win a close game. This will be a close game. Broncos still been playing good football. I know they dropped their last one, tough one to the Texans. They had every chance to win it, but before that 5-game winning streak, this team is still playing really good football. And it's crazy because when I made my preseason predictions, I had both these teams at 10-7, and my one friend who's a Charger was like, "You're an idiot if you think the Broncos and the Chargers are going to finish with the same record." And look at the Broncos with a better record than the Chargers now, 13, 14 weeks into the season. I just think this team's playing better football. They have more under them.
They're 1 game up on them.
I understand, but look at these teams. You're going to tell me that the Chargers are going to have a worse record than the Broncos 13 games into the season?
Do you know who the Chargers have to finish out the year?
The Chargers have the Broncos twice. I think they have another divisional game with the Raiders, I want to say.
Bills and
then
Chiefs.
and then Bills and Chiefs.
Yeah. So I think they could win three. They could go best case scenario, they go 4-1. I think they go
This
3
team
and-
just beat your New
3
England
and 2 or 2
Patriots
and 3.
6 to
I was
nothing.
gonna say, I think
They
The
best
New
case
England
is
Patriots just
this
handled
team-
the playoff bound Pittsburgh
The
Steelers.
Pittsburgh Steelers are not
the-
a good football
Yeah,
team.
we're not, that's totally irrelevant what you did.
6 to nothing. They beat the New England Patriots. I have no faith.
Mackie,
in
they
this
don't
Chargers
ask
team.
how
I
many
think they're
points you win
done.
by. They just count the wins at the right
Well, when
the end
you're
of the
playing the
season.
Patriots, they do ask how many points you win by.
You think? I don't know. They've handled some good teams this year. The Jets, the Bills, and the Steelers. They can't doubt those Patriots.
I just think this is another scenario where the Broncos or where the Chargers cannot get it done. I think the Broncos are just playing better football. They have more under them. Eckler looks like he's Najee Harris out there running in quicksand. This Chargers team is dead in the water, and I don't think they're coming back this year.
Yeah, I agree. We will head to our other, probably one of our games of the week with the Buffalo Bills heading to Kansas City. That Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes rivalry. We'll get to see it again today at 4:30 with the Bills as a 1.5 point underdog, plus 100 on the money line. Chiefs minus 118 on FanDuel, and the over under at 48.5. I'm personally on the Chiefs here to cover their home field or cover the number at home. I'm probably just going to go with the money line. I think I got it at minus 114 last night. So I already have this one locked in. I'm in on the Chiefs. I think Kelsey, obviously, whenever you think the Chiefs win, you think Kelsey's going to have a big day. I'm not going to be taking any props on this one. Just give me the Chiefs to win this game. I actually think Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a good pick for an anytime touchdown scorer in this game. No Pacheco. I think Edwards-Helaire steps right in. He's going to be that guy that they kind of wanted him to be this game. Obviously, Pacheco's a hell of a runner. Everyone loves to say how hard he runs and how he just runs downhill. I think Edwards-Helaire has a pretty good game today. Mahomes is going to minimize the mistakes, and the Chiefs are going to come out with the win. And little brother Josh Allen again. Ace, let me hear what you're on here. Bills, Chiefs.
Yeah, I like your take with just taking the Chiefs money line. There's a lot of different props you can look at on both sides, especially the way these two high-flying teams play with the superstars they have. I think the safest one is the Chiefs in the kingdom to get the job done. Might even see an overtime game. Maybe throw a very low unit on a game to go to overtime prop. We see it happen so much, and Josh Allen always loses in that situation. I like what you said about Pacheco being out. I thought he was primed for a big matchup here. I think there's going to be a lot of points. I think CEH and McKinnon are both valid plays if you're digging deep at the running back position in fantasy. I think Travis Kelce finds the end zone again. That Taylor Swift play might be on my card with Kelce anytime touchdown. And I do like the over here this week. I saw it at 48.5 this morning. I think both teams can put up over 30 points this week in a shootout. Game of the week, in my opinion. Tony Romo will be on the call. I know Sunday Night Football is going to be amazing, but I think one of the ways I love when these two teams match up. It's just high fluences. I got the Chiefs on my line. I got the over. I got Kelce getting in. I think McKinnon has a big day through the air as well.
Ace, the overtime odds for this game to go to overtime are for there to be overtime plus 1280 on FanDuel.
I feel like that's low for a game to go to overtime.
Not even worth it, yeah.
But it's still, I mean, it's a long shot bet whenever you throw it in. So if you do, throw very little on it, but you might be surprised with that.
That's almost the kind of thing. I don't know. Can you live bet the game to go to overtime?
Yeah, you can.
You're not going to get good odds if it has any chance to go into overtime.
Yeah, like it's not worth taking after the half.
I don't know. I feel like if someone's down like 10 points, you can get good odds on that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm surprised here. I'm surprising myself here, but I am on the Bills. Bills, I stay away from them on the road. I stay away from them against good teams this year. But I just think this is a spot where they can go in. Josh Allen really is gonna ball out this game. I know he's having a tough season. He's 13 interceptions, fumbles the ball left and right. I think he's gonna really protect the ball this game. If he wants to keep his season alive, he has to in this game. You can't fall to 6-7. I know it's hard for the Chiefs to lose 2 games in a row in Arrowhead. But I mean, these teams like to go at it. We've seen it year in, year out. These teams go at it. This is a regular season game. More likely that Josh Allen's going to win a regular season game than a postseason game. I just think this is one where Josh Allen goes in, has one of his legacy games, and finds a way to get the job done to keep his season alive. He's going to be playing for it. So going to be one of those games. Definitely fought in the trenches. But give me the Bills in a bloodbath.
Score prediction on this game, boys. What do you think? Chat, let us know what you think on this one, too.
27-24 Bills. I think that over-under is perfect. I think it's going to sit right around there. I know I have 51, but that's also like basically.
So, Mackie, you're saying if you can get a tease on that, that's not a bad line to look at.
In terms of what?
On the over there. I know you don't like teasing overs, but.
So, like over 42.5. Is what you
Yeah,
would say.
around there,
Yeah,
40
I
40
think
to
that's safe.
42.
I think these are 2 different teams than what we've seen in the past. I don't think we're gonna see a 35-30 shootout, but, we are gonna see a good amount of points, I think. I think both teams are gonna get
I
theirs.
think
I'd
I
say
think we I think we have to if you think the Bills are gonna win. With the way that
I
secondary's been playing this year, that banged
no,
up defense for the Bills.
this Chiefs team is not like they used to be. They're not gonna be putting up points like they used to be. They're gonna have staggered drives. They're not gonna finish drives like they've been able to these past few seasons. They're honestly both 2 different teams than what we've seen the past few seasons, but I don't think this Chiefs offense is what they used to be. I don't think they're as firepowered as they used to be. I don't think I think the Bills can score 24, 27 points and still find a way to win this football game.
I got personally, I have the Chiefs winning 31-24. That would put us at 55 on the over. So that would count. That would cash. I have 2 other takes on this one. I do think, like I said before, I really think getting Jerick McKinnon more involved with Pacheco out is really going to help this Chiefs offense. I don't know why
He
they haven't
didn't
been
play
using.
last week. Is he for sure back and healthy?
I believe he is. I saw a lot of people talking about him to have a big week this week. Let me get you an official word here, but
Oh,
Yeah,
I
because
think
with Jerick McKinnon, because with Pacheco out, I love McKinnon too, and I
he's
think
active. He's active. He's
that's
good
why
to
I made
go.
the point about Edwards-Helaire. Edwards-Helaire is the favorite for the Chiefs to get a anytime touchdown other than
Goal line
Kelsey.
guy.
Yeah, so they just think once they get down there, they're going to be using Edwards-Helaire, but we've seen Mahomes do those little dump off shovel passes, kind of similar to what he does to Kelsey, but he just does it to McKinnon because McKinnon's obviously a lot more agile, quicker, like everything you want to say. He's just a lot. Obviously, he's not better at catching, but I mean McKinnon. We've seen him do all those little tricks plays down near the goal line. I definitely could see McKinnon have a big day today.
Yeah, I agree. If they can get him involved, they might be able to move those chains a bit more and put up more points. Um,
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes with Tony Romo on the call, he always gets the job done. I feel like he's gonna have a big day. I saw his line saying at 274.5 on passing. I think with that weak Bills defense compared to years past, I think he goes over that easily. But check my card for my official plays on this 425 banger.
absolutely. All right, we will head into our Sunday night matchup where we have the Philadelphia Eagles heading to Dallas to take on Mackey's Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys coming to this game as a 3.5-point favorite, minus 180 on the money line, and the over/under 51.5. Cowboys minus 3.5 is plus 100. I've seen obviously the -3, -3.5. So this line's been kind of jumping around, hasn't done too much movement, but I've seen it at different prices every time I've looked. I'm personally on the Cowboys. I'm going to buy the half point, go to the Cowboys minus the 3. I know I said I was kind of leaning towards the Eagles, just getting them at the plus money, seeing a 10-2 team at plus 152. But Dak's record against the Eagles, Dak's record at home, 14 straight in Dallas. Give me the Cowboys. I like the minus 3. There's a chance I push on this and they win by the 3 points, but give me the Cowboys with the points. Mackie, let me know why the Cowboys are going to win this game today.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to win this game, but the 3.5 points is a very good line. I think it's crazy for the Eagles to be 3.5-point underdogs. Probably more like 1.5, 2.5. But the Cowboys have to prove themselves in this game. They have won 14 in a row. But this is the season right here. If you want a chance at this division, you have to win today. You're in the prime time. No better spot for Dak. He's playing incredible football, MVP football. Hasn't lost at home all season. But this is where you really got to prove yourself. Are the Cowboys for real? You find out tonight. Even if they lose this game by 3 points, I mean, it's just a huge dagger on the season. We got to get that win over this Eagles team. If they sweep us, it's a huge kill on momentum. It's a huge kill on the entire environment of the team. I just think that this is huge for the entire going forward, even in the wild card, for confidence, for everything. It's got to be a huge game from Dak. I do think it's kind of more of a low scoring game. I think both defenses step up. Jalen Hurts hasn't looked like an MVP quarterback these past few weeks. He's getting treated like one. I think Dallas's defense really contains him and on his feet at least. He's gonna have him and AJ Brown are gonna get his. Devontae Smith probably gonna get his. But this is gonna be a game one in the trenches, game one on the line, and I think the Cowboys I think they eke it out at home.
I'm so I don't think now that we all have them, it reminds me of the Detroit Lions we were just talking about with the announcer jinx. But I was on it before all of you. I was on it on Wednesday night. DeMello, sorry to tell you, Lazy Phenom's going to be mad in the chat. Big Eagles guy. How did the Eagles lose multiple games in a row? I'll tell you how. They go down to AT&T Stadium and play a football game. Really tough place to play. I think that the Cowboys are primed for a big regular season win. It's what they do. I think they're going to push for that division as well, but I don't think they'll get it done in the playoffs. I'm calling it now. Round 3 of Eagles-Niners will be in the NFC Championship, but this week, the Dallas Cowboys are going to win the football game and cover the spread as long as you buy that half a point. They might push. But I do think the Cowboys get the win here this week. On the money line might be your safest play. Mackie, maybe that should be your lock of the week if you're that confident in them. But I think CeeDee Lamb continues having a big game. Let's see it against Darius Slay. He's got a tough matchup here. Dak Prescott, tough matchup. I do think a Dak Prescott interception is a great play this week. I think a final score of this one is going to be about 20-17. I think touchdowns are going to be harder to come. I think the push is going to be attempted. And hear me out. I think it gets stuffed this week. I wouldn't be surprised. Dallas Cowboys have been practicing for that all week long. They've seen each other a lot. I don't know. Give me the Cowboys. Mackey's going to be doing his little Cowboys dance that we heard in the stadium after the game if they can get this one done. I don't have much more for you. Tony Pollard, he's been on fire getting in the end zone the last few weeks. A.J. Brown, CeeDee Lamb both have good games this week. Dallas Goedert back in the mix. Watch out for that. I don't know who's matching up with him on that Dallas Cowboys defense. Going to be a hotly contested game. Don't know what I'm going to card. My card's going to be released very late in the night before this one's started, probably about 6:30. But this is going to be a great game. I think it's going to be a trenches battle, though. This is going to be a grimy fest. I hope we see a little bit of altercations like we did in Eagles-Niners last week.
Ace, in a Dak legacy game, you're going to take him to throw an interception?
I don't think it's a Dak legacy game. I don't think it's
this is a pretty big game for him. This is a
legacy game as in he wins, but I don't think he has superstar numbers this week. I think he can throw for 221 and 1 and
he's also only turned the ball over 6 times this year. I mean, he's playing really conservative football, but
hasn't played a defense this good many a time. What were his stats look like when they got demolished? I'm saying when they got demolished by the San Francisco 49ers, that's a comparable defense, I'd say.
But he already played this defense. Why can't you just compare it to his last performance?
All right, well, let's just say second time around. I just think that the Sunday Night Football, I'm just calling a Dak interception. I do think they win. I'm saying 2017 Cowboys tonight. That's my score prediction for Sunday Night Football.
I like it. I think obviously we're all on the Cowboys there. So, we'll have to see whatever ends up on the actual cards. We will get into our Mortal Locks of the Week segment. Mine, both my Monday night or both of my parlay piece and my Mortal Lock are both the Monday Night Football. So I will go last just because I'll let you guys get all the Sunday plays out of the way. Who wants to start? Ace, you want to get us rolling here?
Yeah, I can get going. My Mortal Lock. Stanford, except it's sitting at minus 1,500, so that's probably the easiest lock ever. If you're saying San Francisco with the points, that's a bit more risky, minus 14. So let me know if you're going with the points of that San Francisco play. But I was looking at a CMC touchdown, sitting at minus 300. That's too easy of a pick to give you guys. I am going to go with the Taylor Swift play. Travis Kelce anytime touchdown at home against the Bills. I think there's a lot of points there, and I think good old Travis Kelce finds the end zone there. You can feel safe in that one. Give me Kelce getting the end zone this week.
Is that your lock or your parlay piece you're saying?
That's my lock of the week. My parlay piece is either going to be that Ravens minus 2.5 or I'll throw that minus 299 I saw CMC anytime Tutty at. So it's going to be something like that.
I was going to say I know I picked the CMC last week. I was going to say that he's not my pick this week just because I figured someone else is going to have it. So if you want to use that, that's all yours.
Yeah, how does he not get in, right?
I think you'll be in agreement on mine as well. So we'll have a nice 2 legs if you go CMC, and then I tell you my next one.
All right, yeah,
Mackie, let's hear yours.
My Mortal Lock of the week and my parlay piece are the same. It's Cowboys money line. I'm gonna put all my trust in the dogs.
All right,
done.
Jesus, this guy loves sweating. I'll tell you that, and he'll be heartbroken if they lose, and his pockets will be empty if they lose.
Yep. So it'll be a
end of the night too, Mackie. Nothing to bail you out too if you go all in on this one.
It's not to be really happy or really sad.
Let him ride.
All right. My like I said, both of mine are for Monday Night Football. My Mortal Lock of the week is Devon Achane anytime touchdown. I know Mostert's been a machine. Achane's played 6 games this year, 7 touchdowns, 2 in multiple. I think he's had three games with more than 1 touchdown. Give me Devon Achane minus 110 anytime touchdown for my Mortal Lock of the week. And my parlay piece, I'll just say it right now. It's going to be Tyreek Hill anytime touchdown. Minus 200. That's an absolute lock. Give me Tyreek Hill. You'll see the cheetah at the last leg heading us into Monday Night Football with the cheetah to cash the parlay. I can promise that.
There by the Dolphins. If you guys didn't hear the podcast this week, he said it multiple times. He thinks the Dolphins just roll this week.
I agree. All right, I think
Did
that's
you get
gonna do it.
Jesse's reading
Does
quick?
anyone
Did you
got
get
anything
Jesse?
else?
Did you get Jesse's? You
Oh
get
yeah,
Jesse's
Jesse,
pick
do you
in
have any?
quick?
Do you have your mortal lock parlay piece? Anything? All
You want
right,
to
so
just double down with that one
Jesse's
on both sides?
yeah, Jesse's looking at the lines, money line for the parlay piece. Doesn't have his mortal lock yet picked out, but
Why don't you
we'll
just
get.
make that your mortal lock?
Yeah, true. You could just make that.
He doesn't want to have two hands in the cookie jar like you, Mackie.
All in, baby.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Jesse.
Yeah,
So I think
I was trying to make an even play.
he's got the Lions. That's a good pick there. I considered them as my lock of the week, as what my mortal lock, going with that -3 or something like that. What's on that one? Also, just so everybody knows, Patriots undefeated this week, so I think they could be top 10, like you said, Lazy Fino.
All right, you heard it. Well, to make sure you're staying tuned to the social medias, obviously looking to get the plays out a little bit earlier today, as we were streaming a little bit earlier. So hopefully between 11 and 11:30, we have all the official plays out for all of our official cards for the 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and Sunday Night Football. Make sure you're staying tuned to the Instagram and Twitter for all those plays. Other than that, thanks for listening. We'll see you guys next week. The parlay will be posted with the rest of the plays. And has anyone else got anything else before we sign off here?
No, that'll do it. This should be a good week of football here. Two great games to end the day, too. 4:25 Sunday Night Football. Looking forward to it.
Go Cowboys.
Absolutely. Yeah, let's go. Have a good day. Have a good slate. Win some bets, and week 14, Monday Night Football. Make sure you're tuning in for the video tomorrow night on the Instagram.